Hello boys and girls, welcome to the review about the Sony 90mm macro lens. It's available for about $1,000. I tested it on my Sony A7 III, and because many people were complaining that I was speaking too fast, here's a really slow review for you, and you can find a lot of sample images in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and if you have any further questions, make sure to post a comment down there. Here's the lens. The piece weighs just under 600 grams and has a fancy ring to focus on. But it does more than that. If you push it forward, you're in autofocus, and if you push it back to you, you're in a manual focus. There are two switches on the side, one for the distances and the other one for the image stabilizer. Nice! The filter should not be so expensive, depending on which you need. In any case, you should buy a 62mm filter. Let's see how the lens performs while pointing it straight into the light. Pretty soft, I would say, but if you hold the lens slightly offset, you will notice some more pronounced flaring, especially in the corners. With most lenses shooting wide open, you will notice some dark corners. So as with the 90mm macro lens. Stopping down from f2.8 to f4, you will reduce these dark corners already by 50%. At f5.6 they are gone. If you're still not satisfied, get Adobe Lightroom. The autofocus is, by the way, super fast. The following shots were taken at twilight and still the focus was perfectly on the spot. In combination with the Sony A7 III, the whole thing worked out in less than a second. That's great. Then you can imagine how fast that goes with the Sony A9. Sticking point would be the focus during the night. It took a little longer for the A7 III to focus on. It worked much better in our test when more light or some contrast were seen for the camera. At 90mm you should definitely make use of the integrated image stabilizer, whether you're filming or using a longer shutter speed. As you can see from the following examples, the image stabilizer does a pretty good job. Incidentally, these clips were taken freehand. The 90mm macro from Sony is probably one of the sharpest lenses ever made. Sure, firstly because it's a macro lens, and secondly because the lenses by Sony have been developed for significantly more megapixels than what we have at the moment on the market. As long as the focus sits, you have crisp photos. Shooting wide open, the photos are already super sharp. The photos are available in the video description for download. By the way, also some RAW files, so you can check out every pixel at home if you wish to do so. I didn't even know that the timetable has so many dots. Yes, in terms of portraits, of course, I could offer you more than me, but I couldn't on this day. Thanks to my friend for taking these photos. So boys and girls out there, if you own a studio and want to make great portraits, a super nice lens for doing so. Even if you do not own your own studio, the 90mm lens is a very good portrait lens, even if you need a bit of more space. Also a pretty good lens for wedding photography. As the lens itself says, it's a macro lens. With it, you can approach your objects at a focus distance of just 28 centimeters, which is 0.92 feet, for food, flowers, products and small animals. Anyone who photographs products should definitely have enough light available in the best case. The smallest aperture is f22. For slower shutter speeds, the image stabilizer will help you to get sharp photos. It's an essential lens for food photography. With a fast aperture, you can completely isolate the background or foreground to concentrate the focus on your object. The last topic in this short review is about the bokeh, so the blur background. Sure, at f2.8 you can isolate the background completely from the foreground or vice versa. With the great autofocus system of the Sony A7 models, you have the possibility to work precisely. Whether you set the focus on your model or on products, the background will be full of these so loved bokeh balls, which are looking super soft. Also in video mode, a great companion to put everything in the scene which is important to you. You can also find some of these scenes in the video description. Let's make a cut here to summarize. The lens costs about $1,000, which is a really fair price in my opinion. So much for that. The most important points about the lens are: it focuses extremely fast and quiet. With the Sony A7 III or the A9 you can focus over the entire frame. The image stabilizer does a really good job while filming, and for distortions you can look forever. With the outer ring, it will be even easier for you to switch from manual focus to autofocus if you need to. If I want to be very meticulous, I would tell you that you can stop down to f22 only. By the way, who cares? A well-structured lens for this price. By the way, you may use this lens on all Sony Alpha 6000 cameras. The link to this piece of glass can be found in the video description. Thanks for watching and see you soon from Frankfurt.